Tip number 10, the effect of low productivity on your pocketbook. There's a couple of things involved with that. First, what happens and what does it cost you in the work that you're not able to do? So let's say that you have an effective labor rate of 120, meaning that that's what you get paid per hour when you do work, and that you have a parts to labor ratio of 45. 45% of your work is parts, and 55% of your work is labor. So when you build something out, 45% is parts and 55% is labor. The formula to determine what your hour is worth is effective labor rate times 1 plus parts over labor. What we would have is 120 times 1.82, because this is 0.82, and that is going to be about $218.40, and that's what 1 hour of your time is worth. Now, if you have a technician who is 75% productive, so he's not doing 100%, he's not billing out 8 hours for an 8-hour day, and you're paying him some kind of a salary or an hourly rate, or even a flat rate guy, you're going to miss on 2 hours of this person's work. So you're going to miss 2 hours a day. 2 times 218.40 is 436.80 per day. Now, if you have 3 technicians that are not that are working for you, and your average productivity is about 75%, then you're going to have 3 guys times this times 436.80, and let's see, that's 1310.40. That is 1310.40. And that's what it's going to cost you per day. Now, the average shop's open about 250 days, so 1310.40 times 250 days, it's about 327,600, give or take a couple of bucks. That's the work that you will not bring in. That's the work that you will not be able to do. That's the work that literally we can't get accomplished, and that's going to cost me at a 55% GP if my gross profit is 55%. That's fairly normal. We want more. We want 62, but if let's say it's 55, that's going to cost me about $180,000 in profit, or GP. And if I'm paying my bills, this money is money that would go right to the bottom line. Now, there's another thing that's important that is different than this. So let's just reiterate just briefly, and then we're going to shift to the second thing. If I make $120 an hour and my parts to labor ratio is 45 to 55, then we're going to generate about $218.40 per hour. If I have 2 hours that we don't do because we're 75% productive, let's write that up here, 75% productive. Some of you will call this efficiency. And we don't do those 2 hours, then there's $436.80 each day that we will not do. We don't have the time, we're not efficient enough, we can't get the work out of our shop. If I have 3 technicians working for me, that's going to cost me $1,310 per day plus 40 cents, and we're going to do that for about 250 days, which the total cost will be about $327,600 for my business. Work we did not do that we should have done. And if I have a 55% gross profit, then it's going to cost me about $180,000 in gross profit. Now, if you're currently paying the bills, you're struggling a little, but you're getting the bills paid, this money would drop to my bottom line and be in my profit. Now, there's a second piece to this that is important, and we're going to we're going to go over this quickly for you so we don't have to take too much time since it's a tip and a hint, and we just want to make this as quick as possible. If I pay my technicians hourly, and I have a technician that I pay $32 per hour. So here's my guy. We're going to pay him $32 an hour. And if that tech has a load, FICA, FUTA, workers' comp, shoulda, woulda, coulda, uniforms, education, holidays, all the other things that I pay for, and that's about 30%, then we're going to take 32 and we're going to multiply it times 1.3, and that's going to tell us what the real cost of this technician is, which is about $41.60. And that's my actual cost for my hour when I sell something, and maybe I'm selling that again at $120, and I'm going to make the difference, and that's going to be my gross profit. But in this case, my technician is only 72% productive. That's the national average the last time I saw. So we're going to take the 4160, we're going to divide it by 0.72, and this is going to tell us what the real cost per hour is. And in this case, it's $57.78. So every time I pay for an hour, when my technician is not 100% productive, it's going to cost me $57.78, and that's a difference worth of $16.18 per hour. Now, when you think about this in terms of this one particular technician, if they're only 72% productive, they're going to produce about 1,411 hours in a year. They should be doing 1,960 or so, but they're only going to produce 1,411 hours. Now, if they produce 1,411 hours, that additional cost of $16.18 times 1,411 is $22,833. That's my added cost that this person costs me every time they do an hour because they're not efficient. Now, there's this argument about, do I want a great tech that I pay more, or do I want a tech that maybe isn't as good, maybe takes a little longer and I pay less, and which one's going to be more profitable for me? The formula here points to the fact that if I have someone that's 100% efficient, I'm actually going to pay less money out than if I have someone that's not 100% efficient, and I'm going to pay more money out and cost myself $22,833. Now, if I have 3 technicians working in my shop and they're all 72% productive, times 22,833, that's about $68,500 worth of additional payroll that I'm going to pay out because my guys are not productive. Now, it's very, very important to have productive technicians, and there's a couple of things that will help you with that. One, understand the numbers and pay attention to them and understand what it costs you. Number 2, there are things in your company that are creating an unproductive technician. Those are things that you need to identify and look at, and that will be in another tip. So we will see you soon. Thank you.